Over 140,000 startups have been recognized by the Government of India as of June 2024. We have created over 112 unicorns. Yet, only 3,600 are categorized as deep technology. That is barely 3% of our startup ecosystem. We are spending billions on food delivery, fantasy sports, influencer platforms, and consumer brands. But when it comes to building electric vehicle batteries, designing semiconductors, advancing robotics, or mastering artificial intelligence, India is still crawling.
What are India's startups doing today? We are focused on food delivery apps, turning unemployed youth into cheap labor so the rich can get their meals without moving out of their house. And against that, what does a Chinese startup do? Work on developing electric mobility, battery technologies, and with that, they're today dominating the electric mobility ecosystem. We are very proud of what India has done. But are we the best in the world as yet? Not yet.
In the year 24, Indian startups attracted $11.3 billion in funding, a 43% increase from the year before. Where did that money go? Into food delivery, into 10-minute grocery apps, into social commerce, into influencer monetization platforms. Meanwhile, building microprocessors, advanced biotech, or deep neural networks that remains largely unfunded.
In India, I feel now people are doing, it's like they're doing scam, right? I wouldn't call it a scam. I mean, they have good intentions, but they're just burning money to acquire customers because other people are burning money to acquire customers. Earlier, you were burning money and there was like maybe one big guy and he was charging a lot of money, and now because you're burning money and discounting for the customers, you're winning their business. But now they have 10 startups in each space burning money to compete with each other. So they're like, it's a race of who's burning the most money.
But the government is not asleep at the wheel. In July 2025, Piyush Goyal announced the second tranche of 10,000 crore rupees under the Fund of Funds for Startups, this time focused exclusively on deep technology. The Union Budget 25 earmarked 1 lakh crore rupees for research and development linked financing. This includes capital infusion into the Startup India Seed Fund scheme, the Atul Innovation Mission, and the National Deep Tech Startup Policy. New frameworks like Genesis, short for Gen X support for innovative startups, are being implemented to assist founders tackling frontier technologies. There is movement, but is it fast enough? Some Indian startups are quietly building the future. In Hyderabad, Dhruva Space is manufacturing satellite deployers and ground station services. They've been backed by government initiatives like InSpaceX and IDEX. In Bengaluru, Pixel is launching hyperspectral imaging satellites that can detect methane leaks and track crop health from orbit. They have secured contracts from National Aeronautics and Space Administration and raised over $90 million. These are stories of conviction, but they remain the exception, not the norm. Founders working on deep technology in India face a harsher reality. They struggle with regulatory delays, limited funding access, lack of prototyping facilities, and an investor community more inclined towards predictable consumer returns. One founder who returned from Silicon Valley said, "We built an advanced machinery tool for medical diagnostics. It took us 18 months to get trial permissions. Every investor asked the same question: what is your revenue in the next quarter?" To be clear, this is not an attack on consumer startups. Convenience is a stepping stone, not the summit. If we stop at food delivery, we will become a nation of quick service operators. If we push further into deep tech, we can become a nation of inventors. India's startup future cannot be just about the next viral idea. It has to be about the next Nobel-worthy invention, the next globally relevant patent, the next breakthrough that changes how the world works. That journey needs bold founders, supportive policy, patient capital, and a national ambition larger than apps. Piyush Goyal was not throwing shade, he was holding a mirror. But here's the question nobody dares to ask. Why is India like this? Why is it that some of the most powerful technology companies in the world are led by Indian minds? And yet, not a single global tech giant has been born in India. Even China gave the world TikTok. An app so powerful the US military had to ban it. India, we gave the world faster chai and cheaper food coupons. Our founders are solving for convenience, not conviction. And that is not because we lack brains, it's because we lack permission to dream. In India, foreign products are status. From iPhones to Teslas to Netflix, we worship what's built elsewhere. Our own brands are seen as second class, even by our own people. Innovation is not appreciated, it's punished. A child who wants to build a rocket is told to focus on IIT first. A teenager with startup idea is told to play it safe and sit for placements. In this country, the biggest dream most families can afford is 2 stable meals a day. 67% of India earns less than 1.5 lakh rupees a year. That's 5,000 rupees a month, less than $100. When survival is the dream, how can innovation be the goal? In the average Indian household, nobody says, be a creator. They say, get a job. So that's what we've done. We've become the world's code factory, lab assistant, delivery boy, user base. And now the world is coming to capitalize on us. Foxconn is setting up $1 billion plants. Apple is assembling iPhones in Tamil Nadu. Tesla wants to open a giga factory here. Amazon, Google, Meta, they all have massive Indian operations. But ask yourself, are they building with us or just building on us? India is hosting the party, but someone else is collecting the revenue. Until we fix the roots, until we shift from worshipping consumption to investing in creation, until we build ecosystems that fund, mentor, and protect inventors, we will always be the back end of the future, never the headline.
When we look at deep tech, and when I see the numbers are still probably 1,000 companies, 1,000 startups in the deep tech ecosystem, it is a disturbing sign. Wealth creation in the short run may happen with some of these conveniences, पर दुकानदारी का ही काम करना है हमें या विश्वव्यापी और इंटरनेशनल स्केल का भारत की पहचान बनानी है।